I mean,
I'm
I'm
being
just
polite.
saying.
Yeah, that is actually my reaction, but I'm being polite about it because at the same time, while I wish he were playing that way on my team, he's actually found himself a slot on a team that can actually use him.
That's
But
a fair point.
4 of the 5 people on their team that have at least an average field goal percentage or the all 4 of the ones are all starters. So definitely I say they should focus on their backups.
Yeah,
Yeah.
focus on all their backups. But yeah, just on Timmer, I gotta look him up real quick. There's something I want to check just real quick, just in character wise.
Yeah.
And they are currently
Uh,
3 games back from Pitt, or the 2 games, or but they need to go 3 more, win 3 more. They're 2 games from behind for Pitt, so they need to win 3 more than Pitt does. When it gets closer, that might be a little bit more for tiebreakers, but it's way too much season left for it to not ignore to factor in tiebreakers
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm just now looking at Timur Tolvin. His draft class was 2012, and since then he's been passed around from the Galveston Stand Dollars to the Hawaii Kahunas to the Newark Pride
Didn't
to
the
the
Galveston
Texas Lone
Sand
Stars.
Dollars
Then
become the frickin'
yeah, but when you consider that team moves, it's also stressful for the players too, because then they have to
oh.
sell their homes, then relocate to a new
Yeah, that's a
to a
fair
place
point.
So do we
That's a
have
fair
relocate to
anything
point.
a new
else we want to
place.
say about Albany? Because it looks like the main thing
No.
is don't run equalize and actually move your roster around. Don't just have everyone only in one spot if it's not working.
Yep. But yeah,
Yeah.
just my final note is I'm real happy Timmer has a good home in Albany where he can thrive and be useful because he was a first round pick. He was drafted number 12 overall, so now he has a home where he can play.
Yeah, if you're a
Yeah.
team like Williamsburg, Queens, and Huntsville, it's like, yeah, you're okay to just say, okay, just stay the
Welcome back,
course.
Sam.
It's working,
Thanks.
keep doing it. It's for teams in the basement. Staying the course is not an option.
No, it's not.
It is not.
It's sort of the Einstein thing of insanity. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
Yeah.
If your team is always losing and you're not doing anything different, why are you expecting them to win?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway,
Anyway, enough
Arizona.
about Albany. Let's talk about the Whips.
Which I actually just got a poke from Chris playing. I'm telling him I'm doing the assessment stream.
All right. Whips were 15-21 at the last assessment. Since then, they've gone 3-9
Oh my god.
and are currently 18-30. They are currently 7 games behind Seattle, 5 games behind Winnipeg. In order to beat Winnipeg, they need to. Their expected is they need to go 23-9.
Wow.
Honestly, I kind of hate to say this about Arizona because I got a Toby on there, but I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I think at this point, once we're this deep in the basement, we're hitting teams that have a very slim chance of making it. Which is weird.
It's still possible. It's not mathematically out yet, but it's still.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, look up below. Anyway, no, like, and it's really hard to tell whether they should be playing more defensively or offensively because they're in very similar places. They have a slight defensive edge, but
of course, one thing I'm going to point out, we pointed out to them every single assessment.
Unfortunately, that's fixed bench 1 to 3. That's unfortunately right now as far as
I don't know if they don't have the people do that, but the entire season they've been running a guard in bench 1, 2, and 3. And has that ever worked out for them?
No, but
nope.
But again, like I said, we have I don't want to. I'll say it later. I don't want to, get in trouble in the middle of the assessment stream by saying something, by bashing on somebody. I'm not going to do that. No.
Okay,
I'm being a good fox here.
Yeah, let's not do something like that.
Yeah.
Actually, the one of the notes we put on the last one is actually we can keep that for boost period of boost Hassan Kamal's endurance instead of the X. So he actually has an endurance rating.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's sort of the thing with Kamal. Like even if he thanks to that endurance rating, they've sort of been like, oh hey, we can't actually play him that far up on the bench. So it's just like,
One sec, one sec. Chris is asking for a link to the assessment stream, so I'm gonna link it to him and. Hold on.
On the other side, Lance Wildfire, 40.5 PER.
One of the best point guards in the league.
Yep.
That's the thing. They have Morgan McCarthy, who's really good. They have fucking Lance Wildfire, who's amazing, and they have other fairly good. They have good starters for the most part.
Their starting line is phenomenal. Remy Belgique, or however you pronounce his name, is really good. Belgique is good. Albert John Middendorf, again,
is also really good.
I coached on Biloxi, really good.
But he's good.
Yeah, Saron's also really good too. I've seen him play in Arizona a lot. Yeah,
Saron's not bad.
He is definitely not bad.
Yeah, it's the bench where the problems are. So
and I think the biggest problem is this whole bench 1 to 3 that they keep not fixing.
Yeah, Chris, if you're listening to the stream now,
that you're either throwing in the game, you're throwing Wiley Twaddle as to substitute Wiley Twaddle, who is what is height?
Wiley Twaddle.
Someone who's probably under 6'6" to theoretically defend against. You're potentially throwing the 5'9" Wiley Twaddle to defend against 7-foot tall centers, and you're wondering why your team is losing.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh god. Uh-oh. I think we brought up the inner mid range. Let it hide, folks.
Cress is in now, so quick recap here. Basically, the big problem right now with Arizona, Cress, is bench 1 through 3 needs to be fixed. We cannot do a 3-guard lineup. That is committing suicide. Wiley Twaddle is basically expected to defend against.
Well, it might not be Wiley, but it's like, okay, we have 5'9" Wiley Twaddle.
Tobias is, I think, 6 foot something.
Looking up the other two.
I'll look up Toby real quick.
Tobias is 6'6". Justin Van Stroom is 5'8". So
I can almost fit
two of your people that are going to be having to face off. There's a 2/3 chance that one of the people you're going to have to face off against the most likely 7-foot tall centers is under 6 feet tall.
I could probably do like what Gabe might do with Ricardo, and maybe fix Toby to make him a swing for because he's 6'6". So
even still, you're maybe throwing. You're gonna then let's say let's throw Toby at the 6-inch disadvantage at throwing him at the 7-foot plus center.
I know that.
And then you're going to throw another 6-inch disadvantage by throwing either the 5'9" or the 5'8" other guard against the small forward, who is going to be at least 6'6".
Yeah, I know that, Mig, but I'm also looking at Toby's stats too, and they're all pretty much right across the board except for his free throws, and he's 100% for his free throws, but everything else is just in the red, and I'm still trying to figure out what to do with him. So maybe if I fix his position up a little bit and actually threw the stats the right direction, and maybe ask the committee to make him a swing for instead of just a regular guard, maybe he can actually contribute more to the team.
Possibly. That's up for you. But yeah, it's the
That's a
1 to
plus
3
also it,
bench, all guards, especially 2 of them under 6 feet. No.
yeah. Plus also his PPR is 2.2, so that's
Pretty
like
good.
that's pretty good. That's third best on the team, I believe, if I'm
Which
looking
isn't
at that right.
saying much other than Lance. They don't really have any backups.
Actually, no, that'd be fourth best because of Murillo. But yeah, that's just that.
So he's like,
Going,
Knife Fire is sabotaging my team. It's like, yeah, pretty much. If he's
Yeah.
not getting this under control, and we've been saying it's no excuse to say, oh, hey, this is a new problem. We've been saying this every single assessment stream. 3 guards,
Mhm.
you cannot have 3 guards in your bench on your backups positions.
One sec.
Especially since you do have other bigs you can throw there. You have Downward you can throw there. You have Hassan Kamal you can throw there. You have some swings that you can throw up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no reason they should be running a 3-guard bench.
And also keep my note from last assessment stream about work with Hassan Kamal and his endurance and maybe throw him a bone, see what he can do. He's been playing in the low bench area, not the reserves, but just the low bench in general, and he's been doing okay there. So maybe if we could throw if more endurance gets thrown his way, maybe he can even slip into probably one of the top 3 bench spots.
Yeah.
Without
I
having
know
to worry
it's
too
the
much.
whole Mitch leaving thing, so we have the whole awkward of the Paula checks, but
Yeah, that's what I
they
was
should still be
wanting to
used.
touch
Even
on earlier.
just because he's leaving and the characters are probably going to retire the year does not mean don't use the characters.
That is true, though, I hate to admit.
Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry about that, but yeah. Anyway,
So I think we basically are just like,
Yeah, they're
like,
probably
listen
not
to
going to
us.
have any chance of making playoffs anyway with this far of a deficit. But if you want to have any chance of making it, you need to get this under control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't get this under control, you might even fall below Dakota.
Chris, if you want me to, I have absolutely no problem with you firing Nightfire and hiring me as an interim coach until the end of the season.
Uh-oh.
I'm just throwing that out there as a possibility, because if Nightfire is, not doing all this, obviously,
Well,
after like 3 assessments,
what else
stuff
do
like
we
that.
want them to boost? What else should they be boosting?
Yeah.
That's really hard to tell if they literally have not changed their lineup though in any of the necessary ways. Ugh.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to do at this point because we can't really say for sure who needs the boost in what position if we haven't been able to have the right players in the right spots at the right time.
So I guess the other thing is, just general boost to the bench. Because their starters are good.
Yeah, the starters are good.
Starters are good. Bench needs work.
I'm pretty sure even like the 3 you have in your backups, they'd probably even their stats would be better if it wasn't for the fact they're being constantly thrown at people who have like 6, 8, 10 inches on them.
Yeah, and also like Murillo, I'm really surprised he's in the deep reserves because whenever he was in Biloxi, he was a phenomenal bench player, and he was also a reliable player. If someone got injured in the starting 3 spot, he can slip in there and play really well.
Yeah.
Not the best, but he can still play and still bring it home for the team at least. At the very least.
Anyway, anything else you want to say about Dakota or Arizona since it's
we haven't even gotten to Dakota yet.
Arizona.
You just want to get this over with.
Yeah, I think we've already said enough about Arizona. Let's move on to the Firestorm.
It is a firestorm there, apparently.
Arizona was 14 and 22 last assessment. Since then, they've gone 4 and 8. They switched from a 2-1 into a 0-3, and I don't think that helped them.